Welcome to Gamers Spinning Game. I'm Miles, that's Koosh, and over 30 years of gaming experiences, and we're going to let you live the tells, the stories, everything through our eyes because we are essentially pros at this shit because we've been doing it for so long. And we have so much to tell you. You're going to love it. And maybe by the end of this journey, just maybe, even some girls out there, you might become gamers too.
Yeah. So, Miles, I guess we should start off by letting everyone know, who we are and how
That's a
we
good
met.
point. That's a good point.
Yeah. So, what we met in high school, sophomore year of high school,
Yep.
about 16 years old.
Woof.
So it's been over 20 years.
Good times. Good
Cheers to
times.
that.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
Yeah.
cheers to that. Yeah.
And we met. One of the first things we bonded over was Halo 3.
Oh, don't even get me started on Halo 3. Oof.
Yeah, what is Halo 1 and 2? I mean, you and me had played nonstop before we met.
We didn't know each other at the time.
Yeah, so yeah.
I mean, honestly, if we did, it would have been total domination.
Right.
Like, yeah.
But, unlike, but back then, Halo 1 and 2 are like some of the games we're gonna discuss later,
Yeah.
they were co-op only. Halo 3 was the golden age and the start of, Xbox Live, so we got to play
Actually,
together.
Halo 2. Halo 2
2?
was the start of Xbox Live.
Well,
It just got yeah,
we got to play
we just started playing together at Halo 3.
Halo
Yeah,
3, that's right.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, and, we only lived, like, a couple miles away from each other, but if it wasn't
Oh, yeah.
for, Xbox Live, we probably wouldn't be friends 20 years later.
I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah. And the fact of the matter is like we're still friends. Even though there's so much history in the gaming industry, like Xbox Live brought so many people together
Oh,
and it brought us together and we're still gaming till this day.
to this day.
And honestly, I got no plans on stopping.
No, no. Can't
None.
stop me.
Yeah.
Can't stop.
I mean, dude, you remember like we were in high school, just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go home and game.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm gonna do. Like girls, nah, gaming.
I mean,
Like,
even on like a Friday night, it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go home and game, and then I'll see you later.
yeah, yeah. It's like gaming was the priority,
Right.
hands down. That's without a doubt.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Both me and Miles have graduated from college, but it was not because we were doing our homework in high school. I can tell you that. It was we were playing video games.
There, like, let's be real. There was a lot of gaming,
A
a
lot of
lot of classes that didn't get attended to because gaming was sounded more fun.
yeah. I mean, and it was. But we still played hard and worked hard.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
100%.
we did what we needed to get our 3.0 GPA average, and
Yeah, look. We're here now. We're here now, and we have a lot of journeys and a lot of stories to tell. We've been talking about Halo 3, but that's not why we're here right at this moment.
no, we're gonna start today with the thing that really got us both in love with
Mm.
gaming, and that was the N64.
Let me just show you this console. This right here started everything for us. We were what? 1996. We were 6 years old.
Not yeah, 7 years old,
Oh,
1996. That's right.
putting a controller in my hands, and
Yeah,
that was the best thing I've ever done.
yeah. I mean, we each had a Super Nintendo as well, and so we played Super Nintendo.
Dude, I even had Sega back in the day.
Yeah, Sega.
Yeah.
I eventually got an Atari, and I had a Sega Saturn. I had the PlayStation 2, and then we've been both those Xbox guys ever since.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But it really, really started with the N64.
N64. That's right. Because for it used to just be side scrolling. I mean, well, your only options were going left, right, and jump or crouch.
Yeah. Now, most Gen Zers, they don't even understand what that really even means. They're like, "What do you mean? All you could do is go left and right and jump?" Yes, it's called platform gaming. You freaking noobs. And it was fun time. It was good while it lasted.
Oh yeah,
And there's some still good games that with the advanced graphics now,
right.
but ain't nothing like the N64 back in the day.
No. Um, and so what? Some of our, the 3D movement
Oh, the graphics, yeah.
graphics were great. And the big thing was with the old consoles, there was two controllers.
Mm.
With this, you had four controllers, so you could triple the ponage.
Did ponying someone like just even when you were that young, that sense of feeling of just you're better than that person.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and for the boomers, I know we said pony. It just means literally dominating your opponent. You could use it in any form, but for video games, it was popular back in the day. Not so much. I don't think people say ponage or ponying
I don't think the
anymore.
Gen Z kids
No,
say
I haven't said it in a long time. We'll get into what we say later.
that. To be pwned.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Back in the day.
Uh, and I mean, if they weren't crying or rage quitting, then it wasn't a pwn. You
No.
just won.
Well,
So,
yeah, yeah. If you weren't dominating, you weren't ponying. Like they need
yeah.
to cry.
There's levels to these things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
100%. And yeah, you got to triple the pwnage. So it was
Oh,
powerful.
dude, now that there was the first time, the first console that we could remember that had 4 controllers, and then you could literally just be like, "Okay, get your friends, get your siblings, and then just pick which one you're gonna dominate," because you
Oh,
knew
yeah.
at that time we were just better.
Oh, yeah.
We were just
100%.
better. Oh, dude, and then look, y'all see these 4 controllers? Everyone always had that one shit controller.
Oh,
The
always had it.
joystick is jankety, the A's and B's aren't really clicking and
Right.
whatnot. Sadly, we always gave that to, like, our friend that just wasn't that good.
Yeah. Whoever was the worst, whoever was the
Just
youngest.
got worse, you
Uh,
know? Yeah.
if a girl was playing, let's be honest, the
Look,
girl got the broken controller. Yeah.
look, we needed the good high quality controller to dominate. That
Yeah,
was just what
because
we needed.
the shit talking before we even knew how to curse was legendary amongst boys. Like,
That's exactly, like, we didn't know curse words. What we knew was dominating in the video games and maybe making someone cry.
yeah.
That's domination right
I mean, let's say even to this day on like Xbox, if we get an angry message from someone that we
there.
punished,
Oh,
we
yeah.
get so excited,
I
so happy.
when I get hate mail via Xbox Live, I know that I'm doing good.
This is what it's all about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have friends that are just like, "Why do you always get hate mail?" It's like, just be better.
Just be better. Yeah.
Just be better, and then you'll start getting some.
Yeah. And if you're not getting hate mail, you're just not good enough.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
You're not doing it right.
not doing it right. Um, yeah. So what's some other words we say for that? Like me every time we kill someone an FPS game. For the boomers out there, a first person shooter.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
We'll say just better.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Or my favorite, when it's really, really intense, like, you're just going at it, it's a good battle, but you won and you know this guy's pissed, you just scream out, "Get fucked!" And
Yeah.
it's like a power move, you know? What others are there?
A build diff. You
Oh, build
know,
def, yeah,
uh,
yeah,
if you like, clutch a like 3v1.
yep.
Yeah. I mean, you
Or catch these hands. Yeah,
catch
yeah,
these
that's a good
hands,
one.
very
Yeah, yeah,
important,
yeah, yeah.
valuable.
Oh, my favorite one. Like, in this, it's not even like cursing or anything. It's just telling the person politely, "I think you should play a different game."
Oh yeah.
Like, it just hurts, and it goes it's like a sharp knife that just goes deeper and deeper, because then you actually start thinking, "Damn, like, should I play a different game? Like, am
Probably
I that bad?"
that bad.
And, if you can get your opponent thinking that, you done your job.
You've done your job. You've established
Yeah,
dominance.
and that's, I mean, I hate to say it, but, like, that's kinda what it's about.
That is, yeah.
Like, it's yeah, you can have fun. You can have fun in games. Like, there's games where you're kinda just having fun with your friends. You're not really dominating, you're just playing together.
Right. Well,
But multiplayer,
competitive. So, let's be honest, you and me are competitive. Miles and I are competitive game.
yeah,
Okay.
that's a fact.
Another term for that is a sweat. And there's sweats and noobs. Okay.
Yeah.
And a noob is someone who sucks at the video game.
Straight up sucks, not good.
Yeah. They don't have to be a new player either. They can be playing the game for years, like
Okay.
someone we know,
Well,
but just be terrible at the video game. And we want to thank the noobs out there because
oh, yeah.
without you, we
Look,
wouldn't have it as much.
we're nothing without the news, because, yeah, you could dominate a sweaty person, but, killing a noob, that's just nice, good old-fashioned fun.
Oh, good stuff.
It's just
It's the bread and butter.
yeah, yeah, it's just like, look, it's ebbs and flows, right? You can have a good session and a bad session. Sometimes you just gotta dominate some noobs to get back on that horse again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if you're about to go to bed, we, let's be honest, Miles and I have stayed up past our bedtime ever since we got one of these beautiful things in front of us.
Yeah, I don't sleep much. I don't sleep much.
But we get the work done beforehand, and then
Yeah. But
uh,
look, that's when we're older. But when you're younger with the N64, I mean, this thing was revolutionary.
revolutionary.
I mean, like there are so many. I mean, I think there's hundreds and hundreds of games that you could choose from, but really, only like a good 20 stand out. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Like,
But there was so many blockbusters, so many hits. Like you're talking about, like nowadays with some of the newer consoles, a lot of people can't agree on what the best games are.
no.
And if you get to like the bottom half of the top 10 list, a lot of those games you probably didn't even play yourself or you don't like.
Well,
But
that's
with
because people's lists are shit.
shit,
Let's be real.
but with N64, I mean, we can just name what 10,
Oh,
20 games off the
dude,
top
there,
of our
there,
head
there's
that are
there's
classics.
there's some on here. I mean, you got Mario Kart. You,
Uh,
you know,
you got the Rainbow Road. Who doesn't?
dude,
Foundational childhood
yeah,
memories.
jumping from off the road and landing on it just to like win, amazing.
Amazing.
We got Star Fox.
Oh, Star Barrel Roll.
Oh, yeah. Go Mario Fox. Oh, I got like Flippy. Flippy is an icon. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Like,
I see a bunny even today. That's freaking Flippy.
oh,
Oh,
100%.
well, Flippy,
No, Flippy's the frog.
the
Flippy's
frog.
the
Yeah,
frog. What the damn name was the
yeah, he was like
bunny?
the old man.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
The old
And
life.
then Falcon, what like a hothead. He thought he could always do it himself, but unfortunately,
Falcon thought he was the captain, but he wasn't Goku. He was Vegeta. Okay,
look,
Star
look,
Fox was
like,
Goku.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He wasn't good.
We'll talk about Dragon Ball Z game at some point in the future. That's
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
oh yeah. Even the show, that top tier show.
Oh, top tier show.
But back to the games, I would even say Super Smash Brothers,
Oh, that's I would
unreal.
say the best game on
I
N64.
mean, look, multiplayer, unreal, absolutely, and dude, even had somewhat of a co-op,
That's right.
But the multiplayer, dude, that's where things were settled.
Oh,
You
100%.
know, so
Yeah, do you remember, so when we were 16 in driver's ed at the JCC, they had an old school N64 up in the
oh
waiting
yeah,
room,
oh yeah.
and when we were waiting for, like, our name to, go with the driver, everyone was playing
Just
Super Smash.
asserting a little dominance real quick, just get your confidence up to pass that test.
But just as credit to how, legendary the N64 is,
Oh yeah.
it was an old console at that point, over 10 years old, and there was 20 boys
Dude, it's old
waiting in
reliable.
line,
It's old
waiting in
reliable, dude,
line, yeah.
100%. Let's see, what other games are out there? You got, Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's low key underrated. People don't understand how good that game
It
was.
might have taught us how to curse.
Look, look, my brothers helped me with that, but that game has some F bombs, and I was like, "Ooh, okay, here we go."
And it had, like, blood. It was rated
Oh yeah,
M
it
for
was,
mature.
yeah, yeah, it was mature. It was mature.
The good thing is our parents didn't really know what the little M meant on the
No, no, no,
on the box,
no,
so
no. I'm sure my brothers told them something different too. Like, oh yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
a cartoon squirrel.
yeah, yeah, Miles can play that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Don't worry about that.
don't worry about that one. Let's see, what else about legend? Oh, Tony Hawk,
Oh, dude, legendary. The hangar, that first level, dude.
first
I
level.
spent hours on that level trying to perfect everything.
Oh, so much fun, and,
In the
tons of Easter eggs and stuff in there as well.
Yeah. Oh, the
You could
music, dude. The music is legendary.
Oh, yeah.
It's unreal, unreal. And then what else? Oh, you ever played Star Wars?
Rogue Squadron,
Yeah, Rose Project. Unreal, dude.
excellent.
Like if you're a Star Wars fan and you've never played that game, I don't know what you're doing.
No, you're not living. You're
No,
not living
that
life.
that 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 game.
Honestly, you're a hoser if you haven't played Rogue
I
Squadron.
mean, look.
Oh, I guess some of the kids out there.
Well, look, these Gen Zers, like, they don't know what they're doing. Let's be real. Let's
Do
be
you
real.
really know Star Wars if you haven't played Rogue
There's
Squadron?
a chance that some
Comment
boomers,
below.
yeah, there's some chance that some boomers maybe played it just because boomers love themselves some Star Wars.
They do. They do. I mean, hey, let's be honest. It was their generation, and
Well,
they
yeah.
fell in love with it.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
yeah.
Well, I mean, what other games we got here? Just
Oh, let's say that for a second. Man, if we're gonna talk about, I feel like talking about Star Wars games could be a whole different episode.
oh, dude, easy, easy. I mean, you don't even have to be a Star Wars nerd. There's just so much. lore and just even the movies, the books, the shows, but even the games.
Oh, the
There's so
games.
many games on it, man.
Yeah, a Battlefront?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
man, I play all of those.
and
Some
that's
of the
good.
more recent ones have sucked,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's all right. Look, you can't always be peak on that.
oh, no, not at
You
all.
got you gotta take your time. And for the boomers, peak just means excellent, like, just the best. So, throwing that out there.
Oh, and then, you have, what's it, Gauntlet
Oh,
up here.
Gauntlet Legends. Dude, you wanna talk about the best co-op game in the N64. There's no better game.
I agree with you.
There's no better game.
I guess, some people would say that, Mario Party.
Look, Mario Party wasn't really co-op, it was more getting drunk with your friends later on.
Right.
Like, as you're younger, it was like, okay, there's mini games. They're fun, it was a fun game. But once you involved a little drinking, then it got even more fun.
I guess that's the difference between multiplayer and co-op. It was both playing with another person, but, like, with co-op, you have, like, a main mission, like a single player
Oh, yeah,
campaign
yeah, yeah.
that you need your buddy's help
Oh,
to
yeah,
to win it.
100%.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that's also why some of the Halo series are some of the best.
oh, definitely.
Co-op is great.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, I honestly feel like we could name so many N64 games.
Let's just name a couple off the top of our head. I'm thinking of there's Pokemon Stadium,
Pokemon Seed, great.
Banjo-Kazooie,
Also, Banjo-Tooie,
Banjo-Tooie,
yeah,
yeah,
phenomenal.
Cruising the World,
Ooh, Cruising USA.
Cruising
Oh,
USA, yeah,
dude, phenomenal.
phenomenal. You have, Perfect Dark.
Dude,
That
so I used to think it was a knockoff to one of the best games.
Yeah, and I think that's a good place for us to transition because, you know, Perfect Dark really was the sequel to what we think is the grandfather of all first person shooters. The real GOAT, 007 GoldenEye.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That game is the reason why I feel like we became FPS gamers.
100%. I couldn't agree more. So it came out in 1996.
Yep.
Um, and well, actually, Nintendo came out in 1996. 1997, GoldenEye came out,
Oh,
and
okay. Yep, yep.
yeah, and it was based on the 1995 Blockbuster movie, not to be confused with Blockbuster, the video and movie store.
Dude, do you remember Blockbuster?
Oh,
Oh my god. I mean, these Gen Zers, y'all missed an amazing Friday night.
you
Y- y-
couldn't a weekend wasn't right if you didn't go on Friday and got games and movies for the whole weekend.
Dude, you walk into the store, see the aisles upon aisles of movies and video games, and your dad would be like, all right, one movie and one video game. And you'd be a freaking kid in a candy store and be like, holy shit. Like it would be some of the hardest choices you ever had to make.
100%. And it's almost you got like overwhelmed as a child
Oh, yeah.
because there's so many options.
Well, that's because N64 is an amazing console.
Oh, 100%. Uh,
100%. Well, but
I think
back.
you have a relic from the old Blockbuster, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Little Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. You see that little Blockbuster logo on there? Yeah. I probably owe them a couple $1,000 by now. Good thing they went out of business.
Cheers to the band.
Cheers to that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And for Gen Zers out there, before you could stream anything you wanted, you had to go and physically buy a cassette,
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
CD, a VHS. Um, yeah,
Yeah, digital. What the hell was digital back in the day?
yeah,
Like, my god.
we consider this digital.
Oh, dude, this was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even though it's a cartridge, there's an art to putting the cartridge in the N64 and actually getting the game started.
Oh, right, because it wouldn't work half the time.
No, you gotta do one of these, and then bam, you would slam that sucker so hard in there, and you would think, anyone that saw you do it that had no idea, like, dude, why are you breaking your N64? Like, nah, I'm just giving it a little tough love for it to work,
Oh, yeah,
and by God, it'll work 99% of the time, all the
all the
time.
time. Though the funniest part was you wouldn't be able to tell if the game was working until it got through, like, the credits,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then there'd be, like, a load sound, and then you'd be waiting for that to
Yeah.
make a separate sound to let you know the game's actually
Look,
started.
look, there'd be a lot of freezing. There'd be a lot of freezing. A
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of freezing.
And back then, you couldn't just save the game. You needed a memory pack.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Little memory card accessory right there. Mhm.
yeah. And, we take it for granted today because all controllers vibrate when you're, playing the video game. But back then, you had to get this rumble pack.
Oh, yeah.
You got a
Dude, you
perfect
had that
example of that.
separate attachment just for the controller to vibrate. It was I mean, look, N64, they were ahead of their time.
Oh,
They they
100%.
they they knew what they were doing. Nintendo knew what they were doing.
They saw the future and introduced us to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That I mean, that literally molded us to who we are today.
that's right.
I mean, especially GoldenEye.
Oh, yeah, well, so with the with the, rumble pack, with GoldenEye, online multiplayer or co-op multiplayer was amazing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you could feel the disrespect of being defeated for, like, the first time.
Well, it would vibrate. Every time you got hit, it would vibrate, and you'd be like, "What is this? What is this new feeling?"
You could feel the pain through your
Yeah,
hands.
it was great. It was great. I mean, and speaking of GoldenEye, like, what people don't realize too, like, it was books to movies to a video game,
Yes, the books came out in the '50s and '60s,
right?
way past our time. But then the movies came out a little bit later, and the two most legendary James Bonds super spies were Sean Connery
Mm,
and
it's classic.
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, do you remember seeing that movie in theaters?
Probably the first
Unreal.
action movie we saw in theater.
Yeah. Like, dude, could you imagine being a British spy?
Oh, it was. I mean, he was the epitome of like alpha male.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And the best part is the movie was amazing, and then we found out they're making a freaking video game out of it, and that we could actually play.
And you played a lot more of the campaign than I did. I love multiplayer,
Dude,
but
the campaign was unreal, right?
they recreated every scene in the movie.
Oh, it was crazy. The way you picked levels was a movie film reel, right? So you would pick the level, it'd spawn you right in there, almost like scene to scene from the movie, right? So you're literally living the campaign. And the best part about it, dude, like you'd have the PP7, like the little pistol, and like that's a classic James Bond like pistol, and a little silencer, right? Pew 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 pew. It was great. And then, dude, as you're playing the campaign, like, you realize you don't have to do exactly like, you could be sneaky, or you could just straight up fucking kill everyone.
Right.
And like, it gave you a choice to, like, do what you wanna do. Now, some levels, like, you had to kill no matter what, but there's the snow level, you could sneak around and not kill anyone and just be an actual secret agent.
Oh, right.
And then, dude, the gadgets.
Well, and also, I mean, what so they had 30 different over 30 guns and gadgets.
Yeah,
So
the gadgets, grenades, like grenade launchers, proximity mines.
watch lasers.
Watch laser, yep,
Yeah.
yep. The one train scene from the movie, you had to do it there. Like, they thought and the thing is they didn't even have to think of everything. They could literally just replicate it from the movie, and that's exactly what they did. Like, we were literally playing as a spy when we're, like, 6,
We
7, 8
got
years
to
old.
be James Bond.
That's from yeah. It was like and to our little minds, how they warped us. That's what we wanted,
And
you know?
and the other part that some of the younger viewers here really cannot appreciate is we thought the N64 graphics were like the most realistic,
Oh,
lifelike
yeah.
thing. Like we're like, it's like watching the movie.
Yeah. And let's be real. Let's be real. Those graphics, if you actually look at them right now, complete shit. That's like 20 years though, so you got to take that for a grain of salt right there because like,
We were fully immersed
well,
into
we went to
the
2D to 3D, you know?
right.
Like, so it was just something brand new, and we're just like, "Holy shit, this is amazing."
Right. I mean, we both obviously when we were younger, we had fun with games like Pac-Man, Missile Command,
Yeah, yeah.
Joust. I love that arcade game Joust.
Look,
With the guys on
arcades,
the
Super
trucks
Nintendo. Oh yeah,
or the
man.
ostriches.
Everyone played those things,
Yeah.
dude. It was amazing. But like nothing quite hit like GoldenEye first person shooter.
No, I mean the fully 3D, every multiplayer map was a
Oh,
different
dude.
scene from the movie.
Yeah, facility, unreal.
Amazing. What's another one? Temple.
Temple, that Temple's a great one. Complex, like, dude, like they're just great multiplayer maps. The best part about it is you could spawn in with your buddies.
That's right.
That's why it had 4 controllers, and then you could customize the game too, you know? Like, there was one of the games where
Unlimited custom options for, like, the roles and the weapons
yeah,
and the characters that you can
it
play
was
as.
unreal. You would create your own server, essentially, and play on it with your buddies.
And, as kids always, like, play games and make up their own rules. So the fact that you could just
Oh, yeah.
have full freedom to make up whatever ridiculous rules you wanted at, like, if there's a party, the kids were playing GoldenEye, and we couldn't care what the parents were doing in the other room.
Look, that's all we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, when you get the N64 together, you get your buddies together, you get the GoldenEye, and then you do the custom match, and you do slap zone.
Oh, yeah, no
You
guns.
literally
No
just
no
walk
guns.
around, you get some baby powder, you start bitch slapping everyone. It's like such an ultimate sign of, like, disrespect when you die from a bitch slap. And
Uh,
the best part about it, like you mentioned earlier, there's rumble pack. So, like,
you can feel the bitch slap.
yeah, every time you got hit, you're like, "Ah, shit." Like, dude, it's just like so
And you
much.
know how dramatic kids are.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, dude, it's just so much bitch slap, and it was great. It was just such a sign of disrespect that it made me happy.
yeah, before we were teabagging noobs on Blood Gulch,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
you were slapping your enemies into submission
Yeah.
on Gold.
Oh, dude, 100%, 100%. And teabagging for the boomers out there, after you kill someone, you basically go up and down on the body.
That you crouch
Yeah.
and stand up.
It was the sign of ultimate disrespect. Yeah.
It was a sign that you were pwned.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. You didn't wanna, and, pwnage was the verbiage back in the day.
it
You
was.
definitely didn't wanna be pwned.
No,
No.
definitely didn't. And what so some of the other custom game options they had were they had what was it, like paintball mode, they had like golden guns only, so
Golden guns
everyone was one
only,
shot.
yeah.
Every gun was one
I
shot.
had, like, grenades only,
Yeah.
and then proximity is everywhere, dude. You remember, like, setting up traps and literally just, like, firing your gun so someone would come into your trap and they would just instantly explode? Like, the game would almost freeze.
Oh, that yeah. The amount of explosions and the
Yeah.
graphics, like, memory card just couldn't handle it.
No, no, no.
The other funny thing is, so, obviously, you had to be in the same room and on the same TV to
Oh,
play
yeah.
this game, and what it meant is there was no matter how big your TV was, it got split into 4 tiny TVs,
Oh, yeah.
and if you were playing on, like, a 30-inch television, I mean, probably the reason I wear contacts, right?
Listen, listen, you had to do what you had to do, and at that time, to even become better at the game, which people don't realize, actually, they probably do realize, the screen looking.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know that's where you're going with that one. You know what I
100%.
mean?
I mean, let's be honest. If you weren't screen looking, you weren't playing multiplayer.
Look, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying,
Yeah,
alright?
right.
Like, dude, we would memorize the maps. So, like, we would spawn in, I would know where you are and instantly go after
Just
you.
glancing at your screen, I'm like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
I know exactly what they are. I know I can throw this grenade in about 3 seconds.
And people say we can't multitask. That's
Right.
crazy. It's crazy.
Uh,
No,
and
but the best part is, like, we were trying to think of ways to basically divide the TV with, like, a cardboard so we wouldn't screen look. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
no, right. I remember once we made like like a wall out of pillows, but then you can't see that portion of the screen,
No,
and
no.
the screen's already so small.
Yeah.
Like,
You basically handicap yourself.
right.
Yeah, yeah, and that's not good. Yeah, you definitely don't wanna do that. You're
Plus,
not gonna have a good time.
oh wow. So then what was that? Who's the character? The midget, the short guy.
What a cheat code that guy was. Odd job.
Odd job. Wow.
Man, I mean, yeah, if anyone played GoldenEye, let's be real. Let's be real. Everyone raced to pick Odd Job. And it basically tiny little dude with a top hat.
You would have to free look, hold R to free look and look down to
Oh
shoot
yeah.
that.
I mean, honestly, and that's why the game was also so amazing too. Most of the games, like, even in this game, you didn't have to free look. You can kind of get close to your enemy and it would kind of auto lock on. But this game had a pretty good free look, and if you could actually get skillful in that, the domination was there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we weren't screaming "get fucked" when we were like 6 or 7 years old, but if I knew those terms, I
We're
would
probably
have.
I mean, we're probably saying, "You suck."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I mean, I can't remember exactly, but I probably made a couple of friends cry, but
Yeah.
no regrets.
Uh, if you're really losing, you, like, turn the Nintendo off.
Oh, dude, the sign of like that was actually dominating. If your buddy or sibling turned off the N64, like, yeah, it pissed me
And
off
you
though.
and you'd get up and run and cry and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it would still piss me off though because I still wanted to play, But look, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
that's right. So, man, that's one of when you and me were talking about, the idea of making our own show and
Yeah.
talking about, the games that formed us and turned us into lifelong gamers like we are today. One of the first things that came up was 007 GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And it was probably because if you just say the name GoldenEye, you can hear the pause music in
Oh
your head,
yeah. Name another game that it is that recognizable of like that music when you pause the screen.
or even just when it starts,
Yeah,
like it goes up. "Dun, dun, dun, dun."
yeah. I mean, let's be real. Like everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows, and that's exactly how it sounded. No, yeah, my pitch was
I remember
exactly.
he turns around and
Oh, dude. I mean, like people would skip like the intro, but you would never skip the GoldenEye intro
no,
just because everyone wanted to see him just turn around, shoot the little hole in the eye, move in red. Dude,
because we
unreal.
pictured ourselves as
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bond.
We were
Yeah.
007. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, and then, you and me loved, when you had the N64, you wanted every advantage you could get because there'd be like hidden cheat codes in the games.
Oh yeah.
So when we'd go to Barnes and Noble and Borders,
Oh yeah.
that's right.
Oh, and hold on for those Gen Zers, it's literally a bookstore that you would go to read books, but we would go there to read magazines. Nintendo Power.
Nintendo
Do you
Power,
remember that thing? That thing was unreal.
and eventually the Game Shark and Game Shark magazine.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the Game Shark was cheat codes, but some of the cheat codes were fun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Barnes and Noble's good time.
good times.
Good time.
You
Yeah.
know, the funny thing is, it used to be you would go to the bookstore to get your electronics.
Oh yeah, yeah. Back in the day,
Yeah.
times have changed.
Um,
Times have changed.
if Radio Shack had actually sold games, they would probably still be listed.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, if they sold some N64s, I'd probably go there and buy some.
100%. Because that was the electronics store.
Yeah.
So and you walk in there and you want an N64, you know how to.
No, they had flashlights. So I don't need no flash.
You never walk back to another one of those again.
No.
Unless you needed, well, you didn't need batteries for controllers back then because they were
Dude,
wired.
that's what I'm saying. Like that. Not to mention the controller. We're talking about the controller, the way you handle it, right? Like you have to realize that you hold it just one joystick. Every controller now is two joysticks, right? So it wasn't that complicated, but like at first you're looking at the controller, you're like, what is this? Like this thing doesn't make any sense.
A
But once you actually grip it,
complete evolution from the old, Atari, Genesis,
yeah.
Nintendo
Oh
controllers.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's the thing. None of those had joysticks,
No,
right? And since this had a 360 view, you could use the C buttons, which are the yellow ones, and you could like turn around. It was crazy. It was a reason why it was so good. It was like evolutionary jump.
also yeah, definitely evolutionary jump, but also it's because the old controllers for these consoles were little like, cubes, little rectangles.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This was the first like ergonomic.
I don't even know how. Yeah.
Control.
How would you even describe this thing?
I
Like
mean, they literally it fit your hand like a
it,
glove,
I mean, that's also fair. Yeah,
and so you didn't want to let go of it
that's true.
until your mother, pulled the power cable out of the wall.
Look, look, look. We got yelled at plenty of times. We played a lot of hours. A lot of hours.
Yeah. Well, I know that. I mean, we could talk about the N64,
Yep.
and it's our favorite games for days and years. And you know
100%.
what? We definitely will. Um, so some of the topics that we can cover next time. The Pokemon Stadium. Remember Pokemon Snap?
Dude, the Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap, Unreal games, all the Mario games, right? Mario Kart, Super Smash,
Mario Golf,
Mario Golf, yeah,
Mario Tennis
Mario
was
Party.
legendary.
That's
Mario
what I'm saying,
Party.
like, they knew what they were doing.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
I mean, they strike gold.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, every game, like, that they created, it was just of a sport, and it was great. It was like it was the best golf game on N64.
And then, Mario Kart, I mean, that most people, when they think N64, they think Mario Kart.
Yeah, or Mario N64,
Yeah,
like
Mario, Super Mario.
yeah. So, I mean, look, Mario's a classic, and there'll be plenty of talks on that. There has to be.
It has to be. I mean, it's like talking basketball and not mentioning Michael Jordan. Like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gonna have to mention Michael Jordan many, many times.
100%.
Like, yeah, it's just because it's easy, the undisputed champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, there's gonna be
But
more to come.
Mario is probably the reason we both like the talent.
Well, I mean, their pieces are really
That's
good.
right.
Even though I'm like,
How do you think he got that, that fit,
well, yeah, but
that build?
look, he's a mushroom guy. I ain't a mushroom guy. I don't power up no mushrooms.
No mushrooms on your pizza?
No sorry about. But yeah, there's plenty more to come with N64 talks later on. Just Xbox talk, PlayStation talk,
Uh,
all the console talks. Like, we're gonna go through it all.
yeah, and you guys will all get to experience,
The 30 years
30
of
years of
history.
and love for the
Oh
game.
my god, yeah.
Yeah,
Still loving the games.
that's right. And, yeah, so till the next, sesh of Gamers Spinning Game, I'm Koosh,
I'm Miles.
and we'll see you next time.
GG's.
GG's.